What's up, y'all? 10th day of October. Some areas I'm proud of myself. Some a little disappointed. You know. When I think about where I was this time last year, I'm personally proud of myself, right? Because I was living kind of reckless. Yeah, I was on self-medicating binge in a multitude of ways, self-sabotaging. So those behaviors have drastically decreased, but they haven't gotten down to zero. I believe what I've come to recognize. Yes, and I'm evaluating myself. I'm my own therapist, actually. I'm my own therapist. I'm taking myself to the process, okay? So I'm proud of my progression in comparison to where I was this time last year. I'm not proud of my progression in regards to where I desire to be this time this year. You know what I'm saying? The trajectory seems to show I'm on the right path. But I'm not so far about the woods where I can't go back. I became a little bit more aware of my triggers, which if I feel overwhelmed with anxiety, I tend to put more pressure on myself than needs to be, and probably in areas that seem irrelevant. I have to continue to learn how to narrow my focus and not spread myself so thin. I find myself working towards my future while simultaneously trying to make up for my past. Like I'm trying to work toward the future while repairing what's behind me. Because I feel obligated to fix what's behind me, though what's behind me is behind me. Yes, what's behind me has affected the way I move forward, but it's behind me. I can't fix what's broken behind me. I just need to be concerned about what's in front of me. Which, on my way to this car wash, it looks like a nice ass. And I'll go to the next one. So, this is something I'm learning. Like I also learned, I was the type to have a scab, and I'll pick at it before I won't even allow it to heal so it can be a scar. I will just continue to let it be an open wound. So that's a behavior trait of mine. It's almost as if I'm afraid to heal. Because when I'm in a place of healing, then I start freaking out. I'm like, oh shit, I'm getting better. I ain't used to this. Let me fuck it up. I'm not saying it's right. I'm just acknowledging. Now, I normally don't, I talk like this anyway. I don't normally like to say this stuff in more recent years because I believe people will make an effort to utilize against me. Like, well, you nigga, even you said you do this. And I'm like, no, I'm showing awareness. I'm not using it to justify. I'm just showing awareness because I'm actively pushing towards progression. Now, how do I measure my progression? Well, right now, I do it with numbers. If my weight go down, I'm progressing. If my credit score go up, I'm progressing. If my bank account go up, I'm progressing. If my debt go down, I'm progressing. Ironically, all those things are being weighed on different scales. So they pull from me in different ways. Maybe I need to just focus on one of these things and then the other. Maybe I should focus on the weight and not the credit score. Maybe I should focus on the credit score, because how do I get my credit score to go up? Well, by eliminating debt, continuing a pattern of making payments on time. I think I just answered my question. And then once I eliminate debt, then I'll be able to take the money that I no longer have to pay because I'm no longer in debt, and then I can transfer it to my savings. So I'm supposed to, like, 'cause that's what I've kind of been doing, like when I did the 16 events this summer, and I was just kind of going for them. It was really no intent. Excuse me. It was really no intent behind it. I mean, it was some intent, but I wasn't doing it intentional. I was just operating out of faith. Like, well, I hope this work out. I mean, I knew what I wanted it to be. I wanted to bring recognition to myself as a comedian, other comedians, and my company and the services I provide. Within reason, it did that. It did that. It wasn't enough to catapult me to a new level of life externally, but within myself, I was able to see how strong I could be by overcoming areas where I'm weak in and facing it. So I was like, okay, well, I did that. So now let me turn that same energy and do it with intention. With intention. So I'm intentionally working my way out of debt. I'm intentionally catching up on delinquent bills. I'm intentionally learning to save. I have a certain target goal I would like to reach. Now, what I would like to do with that savings, I don't have a plan attached to it, and that's something I need to work on and consider. What is my plan with this savings account? Am I using it to divide, into investing and things of that nature? Another thing I'm looking to do is the money I would normally spend on fast food or making horrible decisions like drinking is to take the money I would spend on alcohol and purchase shares of stock. Even due to technology like Cash App, I can even purchase fractions. So I don't even have to have the whole like $3,200 and some odd dollars to purchase Amazon. I just need enough to purchase a portion of it, but understanding in due time it'll add up. So that's where I'm at right now. If you stayed this whole 8 minutes of my video, thanks.